Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. Hope you and your family are doing well. This is part 2 in this 3-part series where I feature genuine Persian rugs as well as Turkish hurricane rugs, as I did in part 1, and show you the differences between genuine pieces and those that are basically copied. Some people refer to them as fake pieces, but basically in the last video I featured a genuine Hurricane Aussie Peck, and I compared it to a more recent creation which was made to look like it was also an Aussie Peck, but it was actually just a standard hurricane rug where the signature, the name was woven in. And the way that it was marketed, it was clearly, in my opinion, done in such a way to make the person believe that what they were purchasing was an actual Aussie Peck hurricane rug instead of what it is, which is a standard quality. It's a very high quality, but it's a standard quality Turkish silk hurricane. In this video, I'm going to be featuring the Serafian Isfahan rugs, one of the best known weaving families when it comes to Persian rugs. Unfortunately, there is a tremendous amount of fraud. So I'm going to be featuring actually 3 genuine high quality Isfahan rugs where the Serafian signature was woven in. We have a beautiful, right here, this is a Isfahan silk foundation. The signature was added after the rug was made. This is a very high quality Isfahan rug. It is not a genuine Serafian. Here's another piece. Also, really nice piece, absolute gorgeous quality. The Serafian signature was added on by a master weaver later on, and this is something that is oftentimes done to basically make the rugs more than what they are. These are both pictorial pieces. These are the types of rugs a lot of clients throughout the world, they buy them, they hang them on walls. And the dealers know that by adding the word Serafian, by having it added, they can literally double the value. I'm also going to be featuring a larger piece, and these are very fine pieces. When I get behind the camera, I'm going to show you guys the close-ups. And I'm also going to try to give you guys some pointers, and it's really, really difficult nowadays. I'm getting a lot of questions about the Serafian, the Isfahan rugs. This is something that I have featured in some of my other videos. And so, but in addition to those 3 pieces, I'm also going to feature a genuine, very old Serafian, a very fine piece. For those of you that are passionate about the Serafians, you will instantly see the aging, the patina, the quality. This is what the collectors look for. And then I'm going to do something that I have not discussed this matter with many of you. Some of you guys are very passionate about Persian rugs, and whether you are my clients that have purchased some of the rugs through our website at mprugs.com or through our channel here, we've been emailing each other. There is kind of an Easter egg, something that I have been keeping to myself for quite some time because we were not too sure whether we're actually going to get our hands on it or not. And that is this beautiful 1,000 knot per square inch genuine Serafian. This one comes with papers. This is the finest wool Persian rug that I have had in my hands since I started the channel. It's been 3 years now. As you have seen me, I have featured the finest of the Gom rugs, the Jamshidi rugs. We have featured some of the finest Tabriz rugs. Well, here it is, a genuine Serafian with an incredible 1,000 knots per square inch, and this is a wool rug. This is wool silk foundation, absolutely amazing. And this is also a perfect way of me showing you guys some of the differences between the high-end, the genuine pieces, and basically I don't like to use the word fake ones, but these are when you have Persian rugs of this caliber, and even the ones that have the basically fake signature, these are still silk foundation pieces. This is very high quality. But when you have a rug like this, or I'm just going to grab the other one, and you, unfortunately, when you add the signature, for a lot of people, it's like, well, why would you take a high-end, any type of product, and water it down by giving it a fake signature? So the rug is real. The signature is actually real. It's all done by hand. But the meaning of the signature, this is not a Seyrafian rug. This is just a very high-end, very high-quality Isfahan. Well, here you have the finest. This is, like I said, I have featured the Serafians. I'm absolutely tickled. If this was a Tabriz rug, this measures, as you can see by the picture, took a ruler, put it on the back. It's 13 knots per centimeter. If this was a Tabriz, a rudge is 7 centimeters. Take 7 times 13. This would be 91 rudge. For those of you that are passionate about the Persian rugs, a typical pure silk Jamshidi rug, for example, just to give you a reference, typically has 12 knots per centimeter. Some of them obviously finer, but a standard, the best of the best, which is Jamshidi when it comes to the Gom rugs, they typically start at about 12. Well, this is a wool rug, silk highlights and everything, absolute and stunning piece. Like I said, this is roughly 2.3 meters by 1.5 meters, so it's almost 8 foot by 5 foot. But I'm going to get behind it. I'm going to feature it. I'm going to lay it on the ground and show you guys some of the details. Then I'm also going to lay the other pieces next to it, because I'm going to try to do my best to give you the pointers on how I can tell whether it's a real one or a fake one when it comes to signatures. And then, like I said, in the next episode, we're also going to briefly talk about the Nain rugs with one of the most famous Persian rug weaving families that unfortunately is really no longer in the rug production, and that's the Habibian family. But so like I said, it's all about the fake and the real rugs. And so I hope this video is of help to you for those of you that are interested. Also, as I always tell my clients and my viewers, if you enjoyed this channel, it's all about handmade carpets. I try to cover all aspects throughout the entire spectrum of handmade carpets. Feel free to subscribe. We typically come out with a new video about every other week or so. Also, if you own a rug yourself and you have questions, please look at the description below. There's a link to a video that shows you the type of pictures, the file size that I need. As I did earlier in the part 1 of the videos, I featured pictures of an Aussie Peck piece. Well, at least that's what the buyer thought he had. But the viewer had emailed me the pictures, gave me the permission, of course, and then I used it in the video. So If it's something that you're interested in, you have questions about a rug, feel free to let us know. Also, of course, visit us at mprugs.com. Lots more information below in the description. So I'm going to come back to you guys now. I'm going to lay out all the rugs, fake and real. So I'm going to see you again here in just a minute. So here for the second part of the video, I thought I'm going to zoom in as much as I can on these rugs right here to try to give you some pointers of the not genuine Serafian signatures, and this is what you will typically find. And I got 3 examples of them right here. We have this piece, we have this one, and then there is probably without a doubt the best one that we have, and these are all not genuine. I want to reiterate this, but I'm going to give you pointers. Then we have 2 amazing genuine pieces. This is a very old Serafian, 1950s, early 1960s maybe, but we're looking at about 70, we're guesstimating here, 70 years old. This came from a private collector. I actually asked to borrow this piece. This is actually owned. It's not for sale. This actually belongs to a Persian rug dealer. This is one of the rugs that he has in his own personal collection, something that he would be passing off to his children. But I also wanted to show you, I mean, like I said, this is an extremely fine piece. And then below it is this stunning Serafian piece, the more recent one that was made by Bacher, the grandson, and probably one of the most respected of the grandchildren that have taken over the family, but I'm going to feature that on its own. But to basically give you a pointer, when you are looking at a Persian rug, and there's a signature involved, and this is something that I have talked about in many of my other videos, I want to try to give you a few pointers. How do we know that a signature was added to the rug? Well, for one, the easiest ways is feel the signature from the top. In this case right here, and again, this is something that you can unfortunately not do with me. You just have to basically take my word for it. But when I run my finger over the signature, it is clear that the signature does not have the same feel as the pile. It is actually a little bit thicker. It's higher, maybe about 1/16 of an inch, but it's just enough to where when I run my fingers over the rug pile and then the signature, it is obvious that the signature is thicker, higher than the pile. That is one of the easiest ways that you can tell that its signature was added after the fact. And basically what they do is they remove the wool from an area and then they weave it in. The second thing that you will typically find when signatures are added into the rugs, as is the case here and here, you will notice the design does not go into the signature. Typically, when you have signatures that are inside the rug, the signature does not alter the design. The signature would, let's say, be in here, in the main pile. This right here is a telltale sign, but it's not by itself necessarily going to mean that it's fake. The other thing that we do is you look on the back of it, and this is where, to us as a trained eye, we can tell immediately that this right here was repaired after the signature was added. You see this right here along the side? That's not normal. That is not what you would expect to see. There is it. And so, again, I'm running my hand over the back. I notice that This does not look, the knots and everything, the weave does not match perfectly to this. You can also see it. I'm just going to zoom in. Notice the knots. This is the rug itself now. Now I'm going to move down to the signature. Do you see it? You can tell, we can see that this weaving was done by a different person than this right here. That is to us immediate. Now, obviously, being that my extended family knows the Serafians, this is easily for us to be able to tell. Now, here we have this is also an older piece. It's a stunning piece. And this is done very painstakingly. I mean, this is really done in a really nice job. And this obviously looks like a genuine signature. But again, when we looked on the back, we can see just enough to where we had our doubts. And the thing is, and this is again where a little bit of a difficulty comes in, this shading of orange in the flag, it's an orangey red. It's supposed to represent the Iranian flag, but this shading right here is not found in the rug itself. It looks similar to the edge, but the Serafians would never do something like this. This is not Serafian style. Give you a perfect example. I'm just going to move over here, and forgive me, I am on my knees. Let me actually get up here. This is a genuine. Notice the orangey, same wool, and this is right here, telltale sign. The signature on the genuine piece, the signature on the fake one, very, very similar. Just the signatures alone, that would not tell us much. But it was the workmanship that basically gave it away. Now, these three Isfahans are all exceptional pieces. There is nothing wrong with the rugs. But again, I just wanted to point out the fact that a lot of collectors, and this is what you would be doing as a buyer, if you're looking at a high-end, whether it's a new Isfahan rug, silk foundation, or an older piece, that is what you're going to be buying. You're going to be buying the rug for what it is. Unfortunately, a lot of times they add the signatures because the difference between a very fine Isfahan and a very fine Isfahan Serafian, well, the value almost doubles. There is something, the Serafians are, when it comes to like the Isfahan rugs, almost like in a class of their own. And then again, I'm just going to flip this rug over and show you basically the hidden jewel of today's video. And I'm just going to walk around with it. I have shown you the picture earlier, the close-ups. Like I said, I could not believe when we got this piece with the nuts and the workmanship that went in. This is all natural wool, and you can see the dyes and everything. As I step away from it, you will notice, for example, this is also, you notice right now in the navy blue fields, there are what looks almost like stripes. And this is all natural dyes. This is, I mean, the Serafians do not spare any expenses. The same with the silk. This curvature, this design right here, classic. Isfahan, this is all pure silk. But the pile is the softest lamb wool that you can get. Now, this is literally what you would consider to be a museum grade. This is basically as good as it gets. It is, as I mentioned to you, the finest wool rug with silk highlights that I have featured in our channel since I started. And for those of you that have seen some of my other videos, you know I am very passionate about the rugs, and I have the means of being able to showcase some of the finest, the best of the best. And this right here is the highest quality piece that we have ever been able to get our hands on in the last few years. So I hope this video was of help to you. For those of you that are as passionate about the rugs as I am, it's always a pleasure, and you have no idea how special this moment is for us to be able to feature such an Isfahan rug. Again, 1,000 knots per square inch. And this is not a pure silk rug. How they're able to weave these is just beyond me. But hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be coming back to you with many more videos to come as time goes on. Feel free to subscribe. If you have questions, let us know. Until we see each other again, best wishes and take care. Bye-bye.